What is going on, everybody? My name is Carl. Welcome to the week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Here's Fire podcast, and we're back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Sean Mean. Sean, how is it going?
I'm a little cold.
Yeah.
Winter has set in.
Winter is here.
We're not long for this world.
In the studio, it is quite cold.
Yeah.
So if our brains are slow, that's because we're dumb, not because of the cold. Let's not use that as an excuse.
Not again.
No, not again. I've lost my foot to frostbite.
I've also lost your foot to frostbite.
Yeah, it was a tough time for us all. So what do we do here on Weird News Wednesday,
You
Sean?
spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from all around the world and putting them into a list that you were going to read in a certain order.
Very good.
I have not seen these stories. That's where the conceit of this show is.
Wow.
Everything I say, pure improv. Pure gold. All of it.
I've written everything I'm going to say down.
Yeah. Connor has bits planned out in his head.
I have a script.
You have that little boy holding cue cards.
If this is the stuff we leave in, imagine what I edit out.
Just so much.
So much.
The cutting room floor is littered with shit.
Littered with shit. Now, Sean, what do you want to do before we start?
I would like to say a big thank you to all of our patrons over on Patreon.
Yes.
Those patrons include Ciara Lawler, Ed Ball, Heather Lewis, Joe Burney, Ray Ging, Roisin Halley and Ryan Evanson.
Well done.
Thank you very much to every one of those people. You help make this show possible. You help keep the heat on.
Keep my foot attached to my sellotape.
It's on life support right now.
Yeah, but thanks for supporting the show. It really helps us out, and it's really nice to see all those people being able to list. That list is it's actually a list now.
It's actually a list.
It was
yeah.
like one person.
it's growing, and it's really sweet to see. We were just talking before this as well about the rankings on the podcast platforms.
We don't just randomly talk. We don't suck our own cocks.
No, it's just like we were saying. It's actually like people are listening. It's nice.
It's stop. Stop. Tune out. There's better things.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to stop.
No, not you. You looked hurt. I was like, no, people. Improv is when you say no.
Oh, of course, yes.
No and.
That classic rule.
Classic rule. So this is Weird News Wednesday, Sean. Enough of your nonsense thanking people, being nice.
I still like you guys.
No, shut up. We're going to start off Weird News Wednesdays this week with a fired employee.
Oh,
right?
Is it me?
Now in a minute. Fired employee swarms old boss with geese.
Geese?
Geese.
A gaggle?
Is it a gaggle of geese?
It is a gaggle of geese. It's a group of geese together.
Alright. People in...
Or a fucking load.
I failed that class. Just like 10 years old. It's like a gaggle of geese, a murder of crows, a fucking load.
A fucking load of cows.
Fucking load of cows over there, miss.
Have you fucking seen them, miss?
People living in Ottawa Hills, Ohio were rudely woken up by the honking and hissing of several hundred geese early Sunday morning.
Several hundred.
Yes. A 37-year-old woman from Toledo is accused of releasing the flock of animals in her former boss's yard. Neighbours say they saw a truck back into the property's driveway about 4 a.m, okay? This is when the noises reportedly began.
Of course, that's when they were released.
That's when they were released. We thought it was weird to hear the beeping sound of a truck backing up, one of the neighbours reported. But then we heard the birds. It sounded like we were at a metro park, but worse. They were angry.
Oh, they'd been in a truck.
Yeah. That's when neighbours called the police. Unfortunately, the response time was slow, and it took more than 15 minutes to arrive on the site, giving the geese plenty of time to infest the victim's backyard.
Once you get geese, you're never getting rid of geese.
Absolutely not. According to police reports, the geese swarmed the yard. The family at a koi pond, with the yard being fenced in, they basically just covered the whole land with...
Looking out over a sea of geeses.
Yes.
That's fucking terrible. Imagine the smell, the sound, the honks.
So the story goes that the old boss fired this employee several weeks ago, and basically the payback was that she couldn't think of anything else to do other than get a truckload of geese.
Surely if you've just lost your job, you want to be saving funds when you can.
Oh, you're right.
That's like price to charter a lorry of geese?
See, it's never said that she actually just run a geese farm.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
She's a
handy.
geese farmer.
She's a geese farmer.
Is there a geese farm?
Probably.
Why would you need to farm geese?
Foie gras.
Of course, foie gras. Of course.
Everyone's favourite foie gras.
I'm eating it right now. So, this employee gets fired several weeks ago. You're mad. You're angry, Sean.
Yeah. You say to yourself, his goose is cooked.
Oh, very good.
Oh.
Christmas is coming up. Oh,
I could get a turkey.
oh, he's a goosey gander. Oh,
That made no sense.
that made no
God,
sense.
Geese.
I've made no sense there, but on another hand, geese.
I have to return that lorry. God, that's going to be a very expensive bill. Bill?
Ex-geese of.
Connor. Connor, please.
This woman's just dumb as shit. She's so wrong with her brain that she just puts geese into every sentence.
It's really affecting her. No.
Oh, you tried.
I try to work geese and life in together. It doesn't work.
No, you ducked out of that joke.
That's a duck pun.
That's different.
They're littler and different.
Different things. So the employee gets fired several weeks ago. She's mad at her old boss. She wants payback. Wants a bit of retribution for this man who's caused her such harm.
What was she fired for?
It's never said what she was fired. Can we guess?
Oh, could it perhaps be goose related?
Probably.
Or, like, what if she absolutely deserved it? Like, look, I'm looking at this from his side.
Oh, mate, you've turned on this crazy person.
I mean, any woman who would send several hundred geese to a man's house,
yes,
maybe she's not the person to work in, human resources.
She shouldn't be a doctor.
Maybe not. A vet, perhaps.
Maybe a vet. I just like the idea that her way of payback is getting hundreds of geese, which I assume must be a nightmare to round up.
Has to be, like, you have to have a connection or own a goose farm.
Who has a connection with that many geese?
Oh, my Uncle Terry.
The geese man.
Yeah. He's, no. There's no jokes. There's no more jokes about geese.
Nobody can see it, but I'm looking at your brain. It's just like
it's
rotating.
Pure focus. It's just about thawing out.
Oh,
much like a goose at Christmas.
No, that's
no. I've never eaten goose.
Have you not?
Can you?
I've never eaten goose either.
Have you not?
No, I've eaten foie gras.
Have you eaten?
All the time.
It's snacking on foie gras, like chips.
Yeah. Num. Bit of ketchup.
Throw that in the air fryer there.
So this employee is clearly a maniac, but you're the boss, right? You wake up in the morning and you just look outside and it's just one of those moments where you're like, well, right.
Have you seen Untitled Goose Game?
No.
It's a game where you're a goose who's just causing mischief around town.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
And very similar, not very similar to this,
very unsimilar.
but it's a goose being a real prick. For no reason.
Geese are pricks though.
Oh, a goose will go for you. Would you rather be attacked, right? Would you rather be attacked by a goose or a swan?
Oh, swans are bastards though.
Swans are bastards. Swans are more entitled than a goose, I find.
I think a swan would attack you faster than a goose.
Have you ever had... Swans are big.
Yeah, swans are big. Swans are like... They're wide, like. They're
once those wings go out as well.
They're absolute units when they want to be.
I used to live across the river.
Oh, another John story, go on.
This was like 2 years ago.
Oh, right.
I used to live across the river from some swans, and one of them went for a dog once.
Went for a dog?
Yeah, like, saw a dog.
And attacked
it.
And who won?
I think the dog left.
Of course he did.
It's the only way to survive.
Even animals are like, no, don't fuck with the swans.
Sorry, no, not them lads. Land and water. And air. They're the apex predator.
Swans are the apex predator.
Yeah, and geese are a close second.
They are a close second. Like, I think a swan would beat a machine gun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then take the machine gun
You don't
and
wanna
beat you to death with
You don't want to give a SWAT a machine gun.
It'll be adorable and terrifying.
Of course. So this geese, or this employee gets all these geese. First of all, this has so many questions. Where do you get millions of geese?
Nature.
Where do you get a truck?
Nature.
Okay.
It's easier to answer where you get a truck from.
Than the geese, yeah. But even to round the geese up into the back of the fucking truck.
Yeah, that's not a one-person job.
No, that's more than one person. Like, you have to get like a wall of people with their arms out.
Does she own those geese now, or are they on loan and she has to get them back?
It's literally, the only information we have is that this woman was fired and turned up to her old boss's house with hundreds of geese and a truck.
Was she driving the truck?
I can only assume.
Where did she get her truck licence?
That's the main issue.
And she's hauling a load as well?
Has she slept? If you're driving for more than 12 hours, you have to have a nap.
Now, I'm gathering here that they live in the city/suburbs.
Oh, yes.
No way a geese farm is
There's not.
is close
She'd
by.
have to leave town.
Yeah. What are the odds that the very thing she wants to do is 5 minutes from her door in this economy?
In this economy. No, you're right. You know what? The recession has killed the goose farming business.
It really has.
Yeah, no, it has.
Name one goose farmer.
You can't. None of us listening to this can name one goose farmer.
I hope one of our listeners is a
He's
goose
a goose farmer.
I hope he's directly related to this story. Or she.
Or she.
Maybe it's the lady who was fired.
I think she's in jail.
Is she in jail for this?
I think so.
See,
I think this is called mischief.
what animal could you release several hundred of into someone's yard and it be okay?
Bees?
Bees. Well, they're not sticking around long anyway.
Wasps.
Wasps would be awful. At least bees, your garden will bloom right after.
Here, I got you this bag of wasps.
Here's a canvas bag full of wasps.
Do with that what you want.
Smack them with.
Yeah, what else? Okay, what would
Puppies.
be good? Puppies are good. But even puppies,
They'd ruin your yard.
hundreds of them.
Several hundred puppies.
Several hundred. Like, let's say, okay, let's put a number on it. 300.
Okay, 300 of any animal.
300 of any animal. It's game over, surely. Puppies is good, because puppies are cute.
People like puppies.
Yeah.
Kittens.
Kittens, same thing.
But yeah, I feel the quantity means it has to be something small. Birds?
Birds would be that.
Well, that's the geese again.
That's the geese again. You're going back to the geese. You don't want they're the apex predator.
She had this discussion and she thought, yeah, geese.
Actually, that's a good point. She's at home. She's like, I want payback. What fucking animal do I need here?
I can't put bulls in there.
No, a bag of sharks.
Of sharks.
Maybe not a bag of sharks. I don't have
Have
that much
pool
more.
full of piranhas.
She had like a spray bottle of water, like trying to get the sharks going. Piranhas would be good.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't live on an island.
Oh no. Homing pigeons.
Homing.
You get homing pigeons. They're never fucking. They're staying there. They live there now.
You teach a bunch of homing pigeons. Now that's their house.
And then they just every morning come right back.
Actually, I think a funnier thing would be they don't bring the homing pigeons directly to the house. You teach them that that's their house.
Yeah.
And
However you do that. I don't know how pigeons work.
I don't know how it works at all. Then you release them somewhere else and they'll all flock to the house at once.
They'll converge on it.
Imagine the fear where you're just in a normal house, nobody's around,
And suddenly
300 pigeons just randomly turn up.
and you think to yourself, why do birds suddenly appear?
Every time. Geese are near. Oh man, I just think this woman is a maniac, but I love the idea that she is that crazy.
Yeah, anyone training animals for revenge is always a hit on this pod.
Raccoons,
Squirrels.
squirrels, doesn't really matter. There was actually a story again of a guy getting attacked by crows, but we had something similar earlier on the year.
Very similar to
And
that.
I was trying to debate whether it's the same guy, but it was from a different place. And
Maybe
I was like,
he
I
moved
can't
and
really
they
do
followed him.
it would just be the same story. It's just some guy getting
Same
attacked by
jokes.
crows. So we're moving on to our next piece of story, our next piece of news.
Our next piece of story.
Next piece of story. Technically it is.
This is all our stories.
All of our lives are just a patchwork of stories.
Yes, in this chapter that we call Earth.
This is all set up to, I think, maybe my favourite headline I've ever read.
Okay.
Ever.
You've read a lot of headlines.
I've read a lot of headlines, but there's a lot going on in this headline.
Okay.
And I'm just going to read the headline, and then I'm going to leave it up to you to do whatever you want.
Just let it hang there.
Okay. Angus man who tried to fly drone into Perth prison claimed Romanian circus stole his chihuahua.
Okay.
Everyone just take a moment.
Okay.
Where do you want me to start?
The chihuahua.
Angus man who tried to fly a drone into a Perth prison claimed that the Romanian circus stole his chihuahua.
Was the circus in the prison with the chihuahua? Was it a rescue mission?
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions. A drone pilot caught trying to fly a mobile phone into a maximum security prison has been jailed for 9 months.
Okay.
Philip Morton was found hiding in a hedge near Perth prison and claimed he was searching for his pet chihuahua as it had been dog-napped by a Romanian circus troupe.
Of course. Sure, the circus would leave town.
In Romania.
Why would they say... Why would they...
There's a lot of questions.
Why would they be near the prison? Why did he have a drone controller in his hands?
That's a lot of questions you're asking me.
It's true. Who was he trying to telephone?
Sheriff Pino Di Emidio, good name.
Very good name.
Described Morton's shaggy dog story as fanciful and said it was one of the most remarkable lines of defence I've ever heard, is what he said.
The man is distraught.
He's going through a bit of trauma.
He's lost someone very dear to him.
He's grieving.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that the dog is dead.
No. Morton Den of Kirrimer, now living in Portsmouth, was found guilty at a trial of trying to fly a drone into the jail when Perth Sheriff Court heard how Morton was caught red-handed after driving the getaway car that he used into a cul-de-sac and being found hiding in bushes.
There's no dignity in that, is there? If you're in a bush, it's your last resort.
It's game over at that stage. The 33-year-old was heard rustling in the undergrowth after prison officers chased a 70-mile-per-hour drone away from the outer wall of Perth prison.
70 miles an hour?
Yeah, that's a pretty fast drone.
Imagine being hit by that.
Oh, that'd fuck you right up. You're just walking along enjoying your day and a drone going 70 miles an hour takes your head clean off.
The sound, imagine it.
Morton was spotted putting the drone into the boot of his Audi, but he drove up a dead end and the officers blocked his escape.
So, at that point...
Give up. Meh.
Or just, like, pretend to be a regular man. Ditch the car.
Pretend to be a regular man.
Ditch the car and just walk out.
Of course. He clambered over a 6-foot fence to try to escape and used his remote locking key to lock the car with the active drone in the boot. Okay?
Oh, it's still active.
Still active.
Oh my God.
About to bless the boot.
They opened that boot, they're in for a world of hurt.
Morton claimed he was near the prison in the dead of night because he believed that the Romanian circus performers had stolen one of his pet chihuahuas. He said, "We were told the circus left the dogs outside at night, as daft as it might sound. I brought the dog's father, Archie, to see if he could find it."
Archie will sort you out now.
He said he had been using the drone to search the riverbank for the dog. Co-accused Cheryl Davey, 38, was cleared after the sheriff ruled there was insufficient evidence to convict her.
She was not caught flying a drone.
She was found walking several miles away from the scene sometime later. So there's very little evidence.
Gosh, this was just a woman they picked up along the...
You!
Have you robbed a prison? Or have you tried to put something into a prison?
Do you know a Romanian circus? Yes. Get in the car.
We've got her, boys.
Prison officers told the trial they could see the drone still switched on in the boot of the Audi alongside Morton and Davy's dog Archie. Scaffolder Morton was found guilty of trying to use the drone to fly a mobile phone into Perth prison. He also admitted having a phone in the prison later on that year. So, Sean.
Right.
His excuse for trying to fly the drone into the prison
with a phone taped to it.
With a phone taped to it was the fact that the Romanian circus had stolen his chihuahua and he was searching that riverbank for the dog.
Yeah. Which...
It just so happened that the jail was on the riverbank.
But he needed the drone to get a bird's eye view.
And he needed the mobile phone to just randomly have a mobile... What if the drone got a call?
Well, no, what if the drone crashed somewhere?
Yeah.
You ring the phone. Hear the ringtone.
Oh, I left it on vibrate.
Oh, I know.
No.
Oh,
What am I doing?
my genius move. Like, it's kind of, you can see his thought process in that.
No, you can't.
A circus would travel around, so there'd be no way of knowing where the circus was. So they can't verify the circus.
Seems like you're stretching that a lot.
Oh, I really am.
Yes.
I'm just trying to...
So his story for why he tried to accidentally fly a phone on top of a drone into a jail is because a Romanian circus troupe stole his chihuahua and he was looking for the chihuahua along the riverbank.
Why would they want the chihuahua?
What?
Why would they want the chihuahua?
It's never said why they'd want the chihuahua.
It's a great trapeze artist.
Everyone knows Romanians love chihuahuas.
That's the way it works. It is.
That's the way it works.
Like, does he have someone in the prison, I wonder?
I would assume so, yes.
Right.
I would assume there's no chihuahua. There's no Romanian circus
Well, no,
troupe.
he does have Archie.
Yeah.
Archie's in the back of the car there.
Yeah.
Window
okay.
cracked. Hot day.
Window fully up. Roasted.
Oh no, poor Archie.
Poor Archie.
And there's a drone.
Yeah.
Presumably with a handgun.
In the boot. A flamethrower on one side, handgun on the other.
Battle drone, of course.
Battle drone. Sir Kill-a-Lot. Sir Kill-a-Lot, go to the jail.
Robot Wars was such bad sport, wasn't it?
Absolutely. You watch a 10-year-old child's robot get smashed by Sergeant Killer.
As it's made out of Lego. And then Sergeant Bash comes in with a hammer.
Sergeant Bash. That was the best show ever.
It was amazing.
Yeah, my favourite part of Robot Wars was when you seen like this family and there was like a child and then there was like an adult.
Yeah.
And the child is like, this is my robot. And clearly the adult has done all of the work.
Yeah. And he's quite proud of it.
Quite proud of it, but he doesn't want to give it away for the kid.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, yeah, he did it. He painted it. He did a lot of painting on it.
He just started gripping the controller. Like, no!
And then he gets fucked by Sir Kill-a-Lot.
Yeah, and then it's like when the robots get destroyed.
Yeah,
it's like there's no coming. You have to start again. You know,
there's no like you can just like blue tack it back on.
No,
there's robotics, and there's wires, and there's
circuit boards, and they've all been cut in half,
and they're just on fire.
There's a comedian called Daniel Sloss.
Yeah,
he's got a show on Netflix, but he talked about his dad is like a fucking genius computer engineer, like electronics guy, and he made a robot for Robot Wars that was deemed too dangerous. Yeah, so they wouldn't allow him on.
What was the danger?
Just it was fucking lethal, like.
Oh yeah,
so like kill anyone.
Sir Sniper Rifle.
It's a sniper rifle on like a RC car.
Just stops, just shoots the other robot straight in the face.
That's amazing.
We've done it, lads.
We've won. It's over.
It's finally over.
Shoot Craig Charles.
Welcome to the wars.
Darryl O'Brien does it now.
Does he?
Yeah, he hosts Robot Wars now.
I don't know if it's as fun though. I like Charles just because he's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that was during the time as well where Robot Wars was the coolest shit.
Oh yeah,
ever.
And I think it was on not Dave. Was it on Gold or something on Sky?
Would have been on Gold.
And
yeah.
I was watching like 2 episodes, and I was just like, "This is still great.
This holds up, lad."
It's so simple. You just get a bunch of people to build robots, just kill each other.
And it's so good.
It's UFC if you like humans a little too much.
It's UFC, but for hobbies.
Yeah. My favourite is just the kid crying after Sir Kill-a-Lot fucks him up.
Yeah, after his overturned cardboard box on wheels.
And it's just like set on fire. It's set on fire. One of the wheels is fucked across this arena. They're like, we'll be back next year.
Why did we build it to feel pain?
Master, make it stop.
Send in Sir Sniper Rifle.
Sir Sniper Rifle. Pull him out of his misery.
But from a distance.
No, of course. No, he goes right up in front of them. Point blank sniper. He never misses. For no reason. Someone's like, why don't we just make him like a shotgun? Oh, he's coming later.
That's Mark 2.
Sir Shotgun. Oh man, we forgot all about this drone story.
Oh, that was
Start talking about Robo-Wars.
fucking amazing.
Oh man, Robo-Wars, not Robo-Wars, drones.
Drones. Can you have a drone in a Robot Wars?
No, I think it has to be on the ground. It's meant to have wheels,
Suppose,
of some
yeah.
kind. What was I going to say? This drone, I feel like he might have been up to devilment and he got caught out.
Yeah.
And then he came up with a random story about a chihuahua going missing at a Romanian circus troupe.
I think you've hit the nail on the head right there.
Thank you very much. We're moving on to our next piece of news. Man who tried to open bank account with fake $1 million bill still on the loose.
Is he really hurting anyone?
Maybe slightly. Police are searching for a man who walked into a bank in Nebraska this week and tried to open a checking account with a fake $1 million bill.
Does that exist? Is that a real thing? Like, is there such a thing as a real $1 million bill?
I actually don't know. I don't think so.
Surely not.
In Ireland, we only go up to 500.
Yeah.
And after that, it's checks.
No, does anyone use checks anymore?
Oh, I'm always checking. Pay for a train, €8 check.
Just hand someone a piece of paper. There's money there.
I think.
Probably.
Fill in the gap yourself, however much it is. Blank checks all around, I say.
And then you have until the check is cashed to actually come up with the money.
Yeah, exactly. Staff at the Pinnacle Bank branch in Lincoln reported this Monday morning incident to police. The Lincoln Journal-Star reports that bank employees said a man was adamant that the bill was real, despite tellers' attempts to convince him otherwise.
Sir, there's no $1 million bill.
There is. I have it here.
No, that's not...
So what's in my hands?
It's not legal tender.
What's in my hands, though?
It's a fake $1
What does it
million
say?
bill. It says $1 million
So that's
on it.
$1 million.
It's not how money works.
It's a bill.
No, it's not. It's a piece of paper.
How did you get this job?
Is that
if you don't...
crayon?
No, it's Sharpie.
See.
Wait, no.
So you put Sharpie on legitimate currency.
Yeah, I'm always...
That's a federal offence.
Okay, now let's see.
So I'm calling the police.
Oh no, I've got to leave. I'll pay for a taxi with my bill.
Oh, the change. He won't have coins.
Just like, that'll be $7.50, please. Give them one.
Can you break that?
Can you break that in 10s and 20s, please?
With bags of money.
So the man eventually left with the bill, but without a new
I'll
account.
take my business elsewhere.
If you won't open my bank account, I'll take it elsewhere. Police are reviewing surveillance video to try to identify the man. Police say they want to check on his welfare and make sure he was not the victim of a crime.
That he's been swindled into...
Who could swindle this man? He's clearly the smartest man.
Oh, he traded his prize cow, and all he got was $1 million bill.
All he got. Oh, damn.
Can I use a Goog
You can
and
use
see
a
if there
Goog.
is $1 million bill?
There's absolutely not $1 million bill, but you could try.
Was it in The Simpsons where there was like a $3,000 bill or something, and Homer tried to use it in a vending machine?
Did he?
I think so.
Probably.
Rings a bell to me anyway. No.
I mean, this is your one Googs of the week, so you're wasting it on
Of the
this
week?
$1 million idea.
$1 million bill.
I don't know if that's... There's just some gonna-be guy who's just real rich.
The USA has never issued a $1 million bill. The highest denomination ever printed was $100,000. There's a $100,000 bill. It was only used internally by the Federal Reserve.
Right.
So it's only used like for storage of bills.
Right.
But $100,000.
That's a lot of dollars.
Imagine losing it. I lost a fiver the other day.
And you were distraught.
I was fucking pissed off for the day.
For the day.
If I lost $100,000 in one go.
Oh, be game over at that stage.
And I don't like breaking a 20.
No, I hate break. If once the 20's broken,
It's gone.
It's spent. It's absolutely spent.
Because you're at nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
But $100,000 will be bad. This man is walking around with $1 million bill.
The largest denomination note ever issued for public circulation was a $10,000 bill.
Right, for public circulation.
For public circulation. So this man had a $1 million bill, which in fairness, that's very impressive.
Look,
that's a lot more.
He's gone. That's nearly 10 times as much.
Nearly 10 times.
100 times.
Nearly 100 times as much.
I did it.
Yes, well done.
Like, does he... No, it's not real. Like, is he trying to swindle someone, or does he think...
These are the two options. He's A, trying to swindle the bank
Yeah.
into giving him $1 million.
Genius.
Or B, he has been swindled into taking this as real currency and is then completely innocently trying to open a bank account with his $1 million bill.
Okay, so in what way does he think that he got a good deal by trading something for $1 million bill?
Well, he sold his legs.
Okay,
And
right.
his heart.
Oh, so he really wants that account opened quickly.
Really does. I've got about 4 seconds.
3, 2, oh no.
Oh, not again.
I leave everything to me.
I always leave everything to the last minute. My wife's always happy about Christmas.
But joke's on her. I'll be getting a nice holiday as soon as I open this account.
I think that he might just be an idiot who has been who tried to get away with the stupidest idea ever.
Yeah, and didn't really work out.
Even a $10,000 bill. That's a big bill.
I'm not sure any bank would accept it.
As an opening to a bank account, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's because how the fuck did you come by a $10,000 bill?
Just randomly.
Yeah. It would make those scenes in movies a lot less impressive where they show up with a briefcase full of, bring me $10,000. And then it's just one bill, like blue tacked to the bottom of it.
It's all there. Don't need to count. I'll trust you.
The criminal takes out one of those pens and is like seeing is a fake.
Yeah, just 10,000. He just writes 10,000. He just underlines it. No, it's all there.
I was taking in a 50 at the till one time.
Oh fuck!
And you know the
big money ballers.
I know. Look, we have a pen that if you scribble on it and it says clear, grand, good 50. If it goes black, it's not good.
A fake 50.
It's a fake 50.
Right.
And so I went to scribble on it, and just as I was about to touch pen to paper, I realised I had a Sharpie in my hand.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So no one would ever have taken that 50 again.
No, it would have. Oh, did you stop?
Yeah.
Oh no, you wrote all over. Sean was here.
I sign all the notes.
Of course. The shopper like, just stop, please. That's not legal tender.
Not increases the value.
We're moving on to our next piece of news, and this is maybe the best worst idea for a TV show I've ever heard.
Right.
So, you know the way they're always trying to come up with ideas of like man versus food, man versus whatever,
Wild, man versus man.
Man versus man.
That's just UFC.
That's basically UFC. Well, they've come up with a different tack here because Discovery Channel has now created a show called Man versus Bear in a competition series.
Is this about a man fighting a bear?
Humans will be entering the bear's territory and take them on in a competition like never attempted before.
Okay, this is going to go wrong. This is very...
So I read this and I thought, this is the best idea ever. I can't wait to tell Sean.
Who would watch this? Who would watch a man get mauled by a bear?
Humans are taking on grizzly bears in a new Discovery Channel show.
Discovery Channel, what's happened?
The
You
network-
used to do Mythbusters and how it's made.
The network has greenlit Man vs. Bear, a new competition series in which
I thought you were going to say new comedy.
new comedy. It's just like, ha! Just mauled to death. Each week, 3 grizzlies, Bart, Honey Bump and Tank,
Tank is the one to watch.
will take on 3 new human competitors.
Keith, Linda, and Sam Smith. Yes, that's Sam Smith.
He's really sad. He's so sad all the time.
I like Sam.
You love Sam, but you have to be in the right mood for a bit of Sam.
That's it, yeah. You
Yeah.
never listen. If your day is going great, maybe don't throw
Maybe
on
don't
Sam.
throw up, but if you're having a sad day and it's like raining and you want to look outside the window and just a bit of Sam going on now.
Yes, Sam, you're a good
Think
lad.
you're in a movie. At the Utah Sanctuary to test the limits of strength, speed and stamina. So they're putting these human competitors and Sam Smith, who I'm assuming is human, against these 3 bears.
He's the most human of all of us.
He's so in touch with his emotions. All of the challenges, from a game of tug of war to
The bear's gonna win!
to using brute force to roll giant logs, will be based on the bear's natural instincts as well as predatory skills and actions.
So the deck is stacked in favour of the bears.
Yeah,
I
you'd think so, yeah. Unless you get The Rock in on the other team.
See, who's gonna... The Rock won't ever do... Until Celebrity Man versus Bear.
The Rock? Who else would you get? The Rock and John Cena, surely.
Dave Bautista do it. The Mountain from Game of Thrones.
The Rock, the Mountain, and you have
Sam Smith.
Sam Smith is still there.
He's the greatest contestant they've ever had.
You can't get over how good he is.
He's just naturally skilled at
I never realised Sam Smith was an athlete.
Oh, he's a pure tank.
Oh, he's an absolute unit of a chap. He's actually bigger than the Mountain.
The camera just doesn't do him
justice. Do him justice, yeah.
You see him in real life.
You'd be so sad if you were 17 feet tall.
Well, like, it'd be hard to relate to people.
It would be, yeah. Do you know what Power Rangers, when they go to the Megatron, he's that
Megazord.
big. That Megazord. That's how big he is. Yeah, he's the big monster.
Just normally, or is he made of 6 separate Sam Smiths? 6 separate
albums.
And they're good albums, lads.
Each episode of the series is set to premiere from December 4th. So next month,
just before Christmas,
will include 5 distinct challenges inspired by what bears do naturally in the wild. In the final round, the top 2 competitors will come face to face with Bart, who stands at 8 feet 6 inches tall and weighs 1,400 pounds.
Okay, they're coming face to face with him, and then what happens? Do they fight him?
The human competitor who earns the most points of the day will be named champion.
But do they have to fight Bart? Because, like, as a show...
See, you get the money, but you're also dead.
That's the thing. You're either going to die, or you're the guy who kicked the shit out of a bear.
Yeah.
And the bear wasn't... the bear didn't choose this. The bear didn't go up to Discovery Channel and say, "Do I have the show for you?"
To pitch it.
Yeah.
Do you know Sam Smith?
He's going to be the linchpin of all this.
Bart is the largest, most powerful grizzly on the mountain, with no other bears matching his strength and versatility. Honeybump, who is the only female on Bear Mountain, is the fastest of the pack and boasts a level of ferocity and predatory instinct that tops her male counterparts.
Oh.
However, Bart and Honeybump were orphaned as cubs and discovered by an Alaska State Trooper, Sean. This is the story of the show.
Of course, yes.
After a nationwide search for a loving home for the rescued cubs, they were adopted by caretakers Doug and Lynn Zeus.
Zeus, you say?
They do not like critics. Along with Tank the Bear, known for his voracious appetite, the Zeuses...
For picnic baskets.
Yeah, for picnic baskets. The Zeuses have raised and cared for all 3 bears for 2 decades on a sprawling section of protected land. Competing against bears is both scary and exciting, said Ira, an MMA fighter from Dallas. It's competing against the unknown. This is a relatively new challenge for me. Relatively. How close to bears has she gotten before?
UFC fighters, so maybe they...
I suppose.
They're probably pretty good at fighting.
They would be.
It wasn't like bear fighting a thing, though. Like, it was a thing. I think it was in Russia.
Of course.
Yeah. That was just, you'd fight a bear and prove your strength.
You barely survived it, like.
Pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. The series will also include blow-by-blow commentary from on-ground experts Brandon Tierney and Casey Anderson. Tierney is an Emmy Award-winning sports commentator.
Get me hauling where it hurting.
I thought you were going to say, get me hauling oats.
Get me hauling oats.
To do Sam Smith. They hate each other. Anderson is a wildlife expert.
What if it was like WWE?
JR.
Yeah.
Good God, man, he's killed him.
And like one of the commentators was really up for the bear.
Just really into the bear. Yeah. Just like, go on, Honeybump.
Fucking kill him.
Fucking kill him. In addition to airing on Discovery, new episodes will be available to stream each week on the Discovery Go app.
Oh, very good.
So Sean, this is my idea for you. What are your thoughts on this brand new show sweeping the nation?
I mean, there was a thing about, there's this fucking documentary filmmaker, and he had this thing about bears. He lived with bears for ages. And there's audio recording of him being mauled to death by a bear. And they never released it because apparently it's too harrowing.
What the fuck? This is a comedy show.
Like his wife and maybe a producer.
I'm not laughing at that.
No,
I'm laughing at you going, no, this is a good anecdote. Come on.
Apparently his wife and the producer are the only ones to ever listen to it.
Oh, good.
And I just feel like so many things can go wrong with this show.
What you're saying is there's a chance that could occur.
I mean, there's bears and humans living together, and that's never good.
And you have millions of cameras, lights, directors.
But, like, how are they getting the bear to be involved in the competition?
The bears are trained.
See, man.
I don't know how much you can train a bear.
No, and also, have we as a society gotten to the point where maybe just don't use animals for entertainment?
There's a good point. It could be animal cruelty.
You're making a bear do a lot of shit that it might not want to do. They can never have someone punch a bear in this show. Because otherwise there'd be fucking war.
Why would that ever occur? What maniac
they're
would
coming
go
face to face with Tank at the end?
Yeah, but I don't think it's for a fight to the death. I think it's for like some sort of challenge, like gladiators. It's basically gladiators, but one side is not like what are the gladiators' names?
Wolf, Atlas, Predator.
Yeah, all the boys, right? So you don't have Wolf, Atlas and Predator. What you have is big bear called Tank, and you just do the same things on the little beam. You've got a bear and an MMA fighter fighting to the death with the little sticks.
So you said to the death.
Oh, maybe not to the death. I think any fight with a bear is to the death.
Maybe. Like, but where's the opportunity for, like, you can't psych a bear out.
Would you try? Looking at him and just like giving him the eyes, like, you're not that good.
Or like the bear messes up in one challenge.
Wait,
yeah, it's like, God, I don't want to repeat it this morning, do we? Like, you know,
just like, don't want to repeat it this morning. Oh, you've eaten him.
Yeah, the bear's instinct will be to pick door number C and just eat the competition.
But sure, the bears it's told us that the bears have been trained so that they won't attack humans.
Oh, but they will if they get pissed off.
I think if they got a bit pissy now, I don't think it'd be very hard to control a bear.
Yeah, and I get that they like the humans that rescued them.
But I don't know if they'd like the humans that are fighting against them.
No, especially if you're competing against a bear, you're going to have a different demeanour about you compared to the people that look after the bears.
Yes.
They're going to be very kind and welcoming and warm. And
how many tranquilizer darts are in this group?
Oh my God, Sergeant Sniper Rifle has been loaded up with tranquilizer
darts.
There's
50 snipers all around the area.
Yeah.
How many episodes do you think this is going to get?
8.
8, that's a lot.
8 in a season.
8?
Yeah. Because I imagine it's already been recorded.
I would say so, but like, I read this and I thought, there might be not a worse idea for a show. It's a crazy idea, and it'll probably be good, but there's a high chance it could go wrong.
Yeah, it feels like it's trying to meet a demand of, we've seen so much in reality shows. Like, the next step surely is just, here's a man versus a shark.
Didn't they do that? Michael Phelps raced the shark. Well, he didn't.
Well, he did.
But they promoted like he would.
Yeah, but he just swam really fast.
And wasn't it like they added like a CGI shark beside him or something?
Yeah, as fast as a shark could swim.
Yeah.
So there's no danger.
No.
These are real bears.
Real bears in a close proximity to humans, pushing barrels and doing other feats of strength.
A tug of war.
We haven't even got into the fact that bears are definitely going to win all of the challenges. Yeah,
like the one thing that the human might have is agility.
Yeah.
But that's a bear is absolutely stronger.
100%.
And
Tank is not taking any.
And bears can climb.
Yeah.
We talk about a bear that jumped out of a tree onto a car and started a forest fire.
Started a forest fire. Only you can prevent forest fires, he said.
Yeah. So I don't think that this show will have the competitiveness that we all look for. Man versus food. That's just a man eating some things.
I just like to see a man eat some things.
Oh, he gets so much spice.
Look, I will only watch this show if Sam Smith is one of the competitors.
If there's any episode of our podcast to ever take off, I hope it's this one, and the producers end up hearing it, and they're just like, Sam, the people want it.
People. I think we just want to see him get mauled.
I believe Sam Smith could do it.
Imagine how sad his next album would be if he lost both arms to a bear attack.
Oh my God, there'd be no piano.
No piano. It's just all acoustic, baby.
He just does it all with his voice. Supremely talented, Sam Smith.
He's a talented man.
Not against a bear, perhaps.
Nobody's talented.
I don't know how much of those skills translate.
Over to a bear? No, I don't think so. I think if you're good at the piano, it doesn't make you inevitably good at fighting bears.
The keyboard.
Keyboard, they'll fight a bear all day now, a keyboard player, but a piano man...
Keyboard player is wily.
I think this is rock bottom.
I think so too.
We're moving on to our next piece of news, and we are going to Florida.
Florida. That's how you properly say it.
Actually, it might not be to Florida. Well, Pensacola.
I don't know where
Florida.
that is.
A man found in an unusual place as man falls asleep on railroad tracks and train rolls over him.
Oh no. Live? Did he live?
Yeah.
I lived. Okay.
I wouldn't do this story if he's dead.
That's true. So, was he doing the cartoon thing of sleeping between the rails?
Yes.
And the train just went over?
Yes.
Imagine waking up to that. Imagine not waking up to that.
That's a bit darker.
No. As in you just stay asleep.
Just knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. A man found an unusual place to take a nap, which almost cost him his life early Tuesday morning. The man fell asleep on the railroad tracks, according to the Pensacola Police Department. They received a call around 1:30 a.m. regarding a person entrapped by a train.
It parked over him?
Yes. What? So PPD says the incident happened near the old Amtrak station, right, in downtown Pensacola. You know it well.
Oh, it's the old station.
The old station. Video of the train can be seen after coming to a stop over the man.
That's hilarious.
According to Officer Mike Wood, a good strong name.
Good strong name.
A man fell asleep on the tracks and the train came through and straddled him on the tracks.
Oh, there's a kinky train.
Once the train stopped over him, the man was about a dozen or so cars behind the engine.
Fucking
says
hell.
Wood. Pensacola police says they were able to get the man out from under the train without serious injuries, and the scene was cleared within a couple of hours. But the story here is that a man fell asleep on the tracks. The train pulled in for the night.
Yeah.
And he just must have fallen asleep at the station on the tracks.
I mean, he was very warm.
And the train just pulled in on top of him, and he just woke up, and the train is on
Woke
top.
up and just saw, like, engine parts.
Yeah. Imagine the fear.
And, like, there's no wriggling out either.
No, because he's 13 cars behind the end.
engine.
So he's probably dead in the middle.
Yeah. So either way he goes.
Either way he goes. And he can't roll sideways because the tracks are there.
Yeah, he can't turn over because the train is above him.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you were on your stomach in that position, it's easier to shimmy out, I think.
Yeah.
So did they just have to reverse the train out?
They had to reverse the train out over him and keep him quiet until they could get him out.
What if they were trying to do it without waking him?
Easy.
And then they like drop their keys and it's like, fuck!
No, just before the guy's about to get off, he goes, oh, fuck's sake.
And he wakes up real suddenly and bashes his head against
Oh, imagine. Like, okay, the main question here is why did that man fall asleep on the tracks?
Like,
that's rule one.
do you think he... I don't know. He decided to go sleep on the train tracks, but do you think he had the presence of mind to say, I'll just sleep in the middle, and if it does come in, I'll be grand?
I don't know if he'd still be grand. I think he definitely took his life into his hands.
I think the one saving grace is that the train was coming in slow.
Yeah, because
If that had been a full speed train, you're losing a nose.
like, but if he's at the station, right?
Yeah.
Surely there's a bench somewhere in the station that you could lie on that would be more comfortable than the stones in the middle of the tracks.
That's also true. And like even like there'd be the little shelter.
Maybe a little shelter.
If it rains, he'd be grand.
Yeah.
I suppose he was grand from the rain anyway. He had
Actually,
a
he
train
was very
over.
well covered from the rain.
Very well insulated.
very warm. That engine's very lovely and warm.
Engine. Like, oh man. Surely there are more options.
How drunk was he? He's Florida man. Don't forget this is Florida man.
I think he was fully sober.
Fully sober?
Not all Florida men are the same, Connor.
Ow, that's... you've attacked me there.
I have. And I do it again.
How dare you take Florida man's name in vain?
After all we've been through.
Florida man is the best of us.
And the blurst of us.
And the blurst of us. So, Florida man, he woke up to a rough foul away. Imagine how scared you'd be after waking up. If he fell asleep drunk...
Yeah. Didn't know where he was.
Didn't know where... And he woke up and you seen that. The fear.
You would think You would think something had happened and you just couldn't feel it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That you had lost something, but you couldn't even like tilt your head to look down properly.
So he smashed his head against the train.
Yeah. What's the clearance like between the train and the bottom of the track?
Depends how deep the track goes, because sometimes there's like a bit of a hole.
Yeah, there's
the
like
track.
a whole dip kind of
Yeah,
thing.
a whole dip. Maybe he's in the dip, or maybe it could be flat. If it's flat, I mean, there's very little.
Very svelte man.
Very svelte man. We're moving on to another very svelte man, Sean. A triathlete.
Oh, very good.
Florida man runs, bikes and swims away from deputies.
You had me going for a second.
Over a period of 2 days, deputies chased a suspect on foot, with a patrol car, with a canine, and finally with an airboat, before finally capturing him in Spring Hill. Florida man is on tour.
He is like ready for the Olympics.
He is. Gary Francis Malloy.
2 first names.
Yeah, and what untrustworthy turn. He biked and he swam in a lake away from authorities, but was finally arrested after deputies caught up with him in an airboat as he tried to elude them in the water. Malloy, 36, later admitted he should have come back and said he had made the biggest mistake of his life by not listening and continuing to swim away, said the officer.
So he realised, I see, halfway through, he must have been like, should have just turned around.
I'm not Michael Phelps.
There's a shark
in this lake. Actually, it is Florida.
Could be anything in that
alligators
lake.
And all sorts. The following account was given by the sheriff's office. Malloy already had a warrant out for his arrest when a deputy saw him riding a bike in the morning of October 25th in Spring Hill.
Right.
Okay.
It's got a little basket on the front.
Little basket.
Full of
ring.
Full of baguettes.
Full of baguettes. He's French. Malloy biked away and picked up speed as the deputy followed him.
Downhill.
Activating his lights and sirens. So the deputy's in a car.
And he's in a bike. Fucking going for it.
Lance Armstrong in this.
That's the thing about the police. They're limited by speed limits.
Exactly. But when you're on a bike, you have non-stop speed.
All in the legs.
Next stop, speed down.
Population me.
The deputy got out of his car and chased Malloy on foot, continuing to run after the suspect as he lost control of the bike and began running himself.
How do you lose control?
He just never learned to cycle. He forgot.
He forgot. Oh, the one thing you're never supposed to be able to do.
He forgot. Halfway through, he was like, he started thinking about,
yeah,
how do I stay balanced? Oh no!
He pulled the wrong brake and just went over the handlebar.
That's what happens.
Baguettes broke his fall though.
Oh yeah, it wasn't that baguette a fall.
Well, he did a little roll.
Yeah, oh good. Malloy struck the deputy when the officer caught up to him and then was able to get away.
So now he's assaulted a police officer.
He's assaulted a police officer after falling off his bike.
What was the original warrant for, I wonder?
Never says.
Never says.
Of course. It's Florida, man. There's always a warrant.
You're born with one.
The next morning, Malloy fled again after another deputy saw him riding another bicycle.
Oh!
Ring ring! Again.
A ding dong.
This time, stabilisers. Straight up. Backup was called and a sergeant saw Malloy in the middle of a lake behind some homes. After Malloy ignored numerous deputies and detectives who ordered him to surrender. I like how the deputies were there and they're like, call the detectives.
Yeah. Someone needs to investigate this.
And so the detectives come down, he's like, he's in the lake. Come on out.
He's good.
God damn. The department deployed its airboat and a canine team, which allowed them to finally capture the suspect. Malloy was was arrested on several charges and jailed. But this man was on a 2-day runaway, 2 separate bikes, 1 case of running, 1 swimming.
Swims.
Yes.
And he still got caught somehow.
Who could have predicted that?
But look, he stayed in the local area.
Yeah.
Overnight.
So he was on a bike. Where was he going to cycle to another country?
Train station.
Train station, yeah, you're right. Grab onto the side of the train on your bike and just get pulled along.
Let go when you get to a ramp. Off you go. E.T.
E.T. at home.
You ever see E.T.?
No.
Oh, well.
Yeah, what happens?
He catches onto the side of a train.
Catches onto the side of the train, flies over the moon?
No, the sun. Flies into the sun.
So that's the end. Surely that's the end.
The end is just a shot of the sun and then...
Yeah.
And
but goodbye, E.T. What do you think is Florida, man? I think I like the idea that he was on a bike,
Yeah.
got caught on the bike, ruined that bike, waited a whole 24 hours, and then said, next getaway vehicle's another bike.
Was it his bike?
Second one wasn't his bike.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Was it a stolen bike? Because then that's adding another list to the crimes.
Well, in fairness, where's he going to get... Nobody's bringing 2 bikes around.
He could borrow a bike.
From who?
A friend.
A friend. Another Florida man.
Lad, bike? Yeah.
My friend Lance.
Oh, he's not using it much anymore.
He's not
Do you think Lance Armstrong still cycles places?
That's a good question. I would say that he probably does for recreational use.
He does a lot of things for recreation.
Oh, he does. Yes.
Oh!
Do you think he still does like the blood transfusion? Just going for a cycle.
It's like, Jez, a bit tired there now.
Oh, lads.
I don't know. Like, did he ever cycle for fun? Or was it always...
I think once you get past a certain point, you never do it for fun anymore.
It's all work.
Once it becomes your job...
Like this podcast.
Like this I can never talk about movies recreationally ever again.
It's always with critique and some bits.
Yeah, with weird news, if someone's like, did you hear about that? I'm like, don't talk to me.
I've already seen it all.
Not only have I already seen it, or else I'm about to do it next week.
Yeah.
And you'll goally ruin it for me.
I'll ruin these hot takes on you.
Well, to be honest with you, me and you talked a lot of movies before we started this.
Yeah.
And then we had to stop because...
Yeah, we never talk ourselves anymore.
We never talk ourselves. We can never be ourselves anymore.
No, we're always these weird characters.
We're always just like... whenever you come over, we're always just generally chatting like, the weather's grand, yeah. Isn't it good?
There's a vagueness.
A cup of coffee? Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
because we're both very interested in weird news and movies and comic books.
Yeah.
But we can't talk about it until the mic turns on.
The things that made us friends, we now no longer talk
It's
about.
very dark when you think about it, isn't it?
Sure, look, we're inviting all these strangers to listen.
To be fair now, I don't actually like you that much, so it would be grand.
It's a pure business deal.
Would you cycle for recreational use?
I don't know, I'd cycle to get somewhere. I wouldn't cycle for the enjoyment of it. Do you get me, like?
I do.
To get from A to B, yeah, I'll fucking cycle.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Lance Armstrong.
Right. I don't think he cycles anywhere for fun anymore.
No.
Or especially when he was in his career.
Definitely in the career. But like
soccer players aren't going home playing soccer.
bit of a kid. They go home for 5 aside.
Come home from training, just like, oh, I gotta go play a 5-a-side now, itching for a game.
Meeting the lads now.
Itching for a game to play.
And then the lads are all hoping he doesn't show up. It's like, it's not fair.
He's too good.
He's a professional soccer player.
Why do we invite you? Damn you, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah. Cristiano never just has a kick about.
Just whenever he wants. Yeah, I think this Florida man, I think he's the fittest of us all.
A triathalon, like, after eating all those baguettes.
Yeah, that would tire you out.
It would. You're full of dough.
You're full of dough. You don't want to be eating bread before exercise.
Oh, not at all.
Not unless you're doing like 3 hours before. Stock up by.
Oh, a bit of slow release energy.
Slow release energy, as they say. A bit of soya beans.
A soya boy.
That's me and you. Okay, I have a story that is a Florida man from years ago.
Right.
Or I have a Florida man this week.
Is this a vault story? Have we heard?
I have a vault story that you haven't heard.
Okay.
Or I have a Florida man involving a shark.
Oh my.
You have a choice.
Fuck. Let's go the shark.
Shark, okay, good choice.
Always go shark.
I'll just read the headline of the other one.
Yeah.
The other one is Florida man gets stuck after climbing down 30-foot well for bragging rights.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty Florida, man.
Pretty fucking good.
It happened last year though. It happened October 31st, 2018.
Okay.
And I was like, we might throw it in as a vault thing.
But
like, we can cover it again, it's smart. Florida man jumps off a surfboard, lands on shark.
Oh no. Out of the frying pan and into the shark.
That's what they say. A shark bit a surfer in Florida after the man jumped on the animal over the weekend, according to the officials. A Volusia County Beach Safety Ocean Rescue spokesperson.
Get a fucking acronym.
Hang on. I started that sentence thinking it's going to end at some stage.
And it just kept going.
A Volusia County Beach Safety Ocean Rescue spokesperson.
A VCBSOR.
Yeah. told Newsweek that 32-year-old Stephen Michelena came off his board off the coastal city of New Smyrna Beach, south of Daytona Beach, in East Central Florida on Sunday afternoon. A lot of information.
Our favourite hangout spot.
I think that paragraph might be the best paragraph I've ever written.
Or read.
Whoever wrote this, not me, whoever wrote this, just hire an editor.
Not all information is necessary.
Yeah. Captain Tamra Malfers.
Great name.
Said the service responded to a 911 call of a shark bite at an inlet around 1 p.m. after a man jumped off his surfboard and onto a shark. The surfer suffered minor cuts on his left foot and was treated at the scene. After the incident, the surfer drove himself home to Orlando.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, and because they've given us the location, we know that's a very long drive.
Of course. It was unclear what species of shark the man encountered. I don't know if that matters.
Well, a shark is a shark, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I would say so. The surfer was also unable to estimate the size of the shark.
Oh,
big.
Yeah, they couldn't even guess. Like,
Big.
The shark size.
The incident was the 12th bite to occur off the coast of Volusia County this year. But clearly the fucking County Beach Safety Ocean Rescue spokesperson is doing a fucking good job then, isn't he?
Well, to be fair, it's November.
Yeah.
And so there's only been 12.
That's actually...
If they have none for the rest of the year, that's one a month. On average.
Is that good or bad?
I mean, if it's an ocean place, probably fine.
I suppose.
How many people get bitten by fungi every year?
I don't know.
Fungi the dolphin.
Oh yes, he's vicious.
Oh, he's a lunatic. Oh man, I have a thing about fungi.
Why?
Oh, I just think he's not the same dolphin.
Why?
Because
what is fungi?
Fungi's a dolphin in Dingle.
Okay.
In Kerry.
See, who would know that? Who listens to this would know that?
Alright.
Go on.
For those that don't know, there's a place in Ireland called Dingle, and one of their attractions is a dolphin called Fungi.
Right.
And he's a local hero. Everyone loves him, he's a great
Hero's
lad.
a bit of a stretch.
Well, look.
He's a great lad.
Town to town.
Goes for a few points.
You go out in the water and you go and see fungi, but they'll just... a dolphin looks like a dolphin. So they can just point and go, there's fungi now. Like, I'm sure in 70 years fungi will still be there. And dolphins don't live that long.
Can I just say something?
What?
I feel like you think you're the smartest person ever for coming across information I think everybody already knew. And it's just a laugh and you just kind of take it in for like a grand.
No,
you don't want happiness.
No, they're full serious about this.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
They're not.
Fungi dolphins don't live that long, man.
How long do dolphins live?
I don't know, but not 70 odd years.
I think they do.
How long has fungi been going?
Longer than necessary.
That's a bit harsh.
You've been the last shitting on them. I don't know. I think they replace that shark every single time.
This shark?
Not this shark.
The story.
Fungi's
a dolphin, man.
Sorry, I do apologise. They replace that dolphin, I would say, every
2 weeks.
Put themselves out through so much work. Someone's like, I think they'll last at least a year every 2 weeks.
They keep fleeing.
22 to 21 times a year we're going to change.
That's how it works here.
Does anyone have 21 dolphins?
One lad just sits up. I do. Sorry, are you the man with the geese?
Yeah, no, I run an animal farm.
I'm George Orwell. Nice to meet you.
Noah, nice to meet you.
Noah, not quite as successful as that man.
They're looking back about which one do we go with. So this Florida man jumps off, he's out swimming. He says, I took a wave, one thing I never do. I never really tried to throw an air, but I tried to throw one, he said.
Sorry, you need to do this in a surfer voice.
Sorry, do you want to go for that?
No, I want you to do it.
Oh, I can't do surfer.
I look away.
I can't do it.
Connor,
give me a line so I can get back into character.
Say brah.
Hey brah.
Pretty good.
Okay. So I took a wave, and one thing I never do. It's terrible.
It's pretty alright. It's alright, yeah.
No, I never really tried to throw an air, but I had tried to throw one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shaka brah.
I didn't land it, brah. Okay.
Yeah, you're getting into it.
I landed on a shark instead. Okay.
Oh, he's got vaguely Canadian.
Vaguely Canadian. Accents are my thing. I can only do Tom Holland and Michael Caine.
I'm trying to say him.
I failed you. Michael Caine is old Tom Holland.
Old Tom Holland, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Foggy. I failed you, Mr. Bruce. I failed you.
Now, say Tom Holland saying about the push-ups. What's the point of all the push-ups?
What's the point of all the push-ups?
It's very good.
What's the point of all those push-ups if you can't even lift the ratty lug off you?
Logo. Now Tom Holland as a surfer.
Okay. Oh, this landed. Oh, landed on a shark instead, and he decided to take a boat after me.
Okay, I'll allow it.
I'm really good at that. He said it felt like a freight train hit me, and the first thing I could think of was to literally push him away from me. Seems
Fuck off.
Go away.
Stop.
Leave me be.
They bit his foot, and that's how he got the foot injury?
Yes.
Okay.
And as soon as it happened, I grabbed my board and I started to paddle as fast as I could away.
Making seal sounds as I went.
To distract him.
To call the seals for aid.
Despite the ordeal, Walsh was not deterred from surfing. I'll get back in as soon as the stitches come out and the wounds are closed up. I'll get back in the water, Walsh said at the time.
But this time, I'll be ready.
Sir Sniper's coming with me. Attack again, Shark Boy.
It's Sir Sniper Boy, he's got armbands on the wheels.
Just floating along beside him.
Bobbing along, he can't aim up or down.
I really hope he hits him, but he has no aim.
He's a direct straight line to the shark.
So, what do you think of this Florida man? Is he the most unlucky man in the whole world?
No, we've talked about that man.
Okay, yeah, actually that's true. But this Florida man has the whole of the sea to play with.
And the one time he tries to do a trick,
the one time he hits a wave to try and do a trick, he falls off his board. He's like, I'll just jump into the sea, I'll reset.
Yeah.
Jumps onto a fucking shark. Takes his leg.
Takes his leg
straight off.
And then just pushes him away.
Just leave me be.
Like, that's a weird instinct, isn't it?
What?
Like, he feels a bite. Like, he's been hit by a freight train and is just like, fuck off.
Just the slightest push.
Just a little gentle tap.
Stop.
You.
Oh, stop it. I think this Florida man is very unlucky.
Oh, certainly.
But I just think it's quite funny. So
well, he's got a good outlook on things.
He does have a good outlook on things. And if you want to bring Sir Sniper into the sea with you should be allowed with his little rubber pants.
Oh, it's so cute.
That's the end of Weird News Wednesday this week, Sean.
Good week. Well done on putting that together.
Oh, boys. You had to do one show last week, and you said it was the worst experience of your life, and you'll never do it again.
Had to lie down after it.
Yeah, it's tough.
And now I'm sick.
You got sick because you had to do one bit of research.
I'm at work. I'll have you know.
Fucking hell, outrageous. Do you want to take us out, Sean?
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday with an episode of Hero Zero, on Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. As we said at the start of the show, big thanks to all of our patrons over on Patreon. If you'd like to join those fine people, we have a link in the description, or it's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. The best way you can ever support the show is by telling one human being that we exist.
Good stuff.
Thank you very much. We're on all of the socials, Twitter at Heroes for Hire Pod, Instagram Heroes for Hire Podcast, Facebook Heroes for Hire Podcast, or you can email us heroesforhire_@outlook.com. But I think that's about it for the week.
I think you've nailed it.
Thanks very much.
I think you nailed it. Yeah, so I think next week, come back Weird News, I think you should do the research.
No! You're all right, thanks, bye. Don't be worrying there now. I'll do what I'm good at.
Which is...
Banter.
Man versus Bear.
Man versus
Sam
Bear.
Smith.
Me and Sam Smith. We're going to team up.
Next week, I hope Weird News opens with you just playing Sam Smith.
That'd be amazing.
What's good, everybody?
Okay, here's my bear team.
Okay.
Me.
Oh, you've got a bear team. That's actually a good question. Go on.
Me. Sam
You've already
Smith.
lost. Go on.
Sergeant Sniper Rifle.
That bear is fucked.
Look, one of the three is doing most of the work.
I feel like Sam Smith is doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, he kills me and Sergeant Sniper Rifle.
How did he kill a sniper rifle? He's very sad. He's very sad. That's where his power comes from.
It's just pure emotion.
Okay, so I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Sean Mead.
I'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.